Alright, let's go. Go talk to Varshrun. When one door closes. Varshrun has a message from Charlian. Apedos, one of my clerks was just here. The students of Baldizion request your presence in Charlian at your earliest. Indebted as I am to your friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but this is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to Baldizion Annex. Okay. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Jaya the city, from the noble landmarks to the people's lives. There's still much more for her to see. Oh yeah, Jaya's tiny now, that's right. Alright, so go to Baldizion Annex. Now let's talk to Ojika. A warm, hearty welcome to you. I gather you received her message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Gra. Thank you for coming on such a short notice. Forgive us sending you for so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Pedius to meet. He also mentioned that we would be tending to business at the studio. Shall we look for him there? Now then, where is Erenville?
Erenville!
Erenville. Oh, there's voice acting.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
The Golden City, I've heard about it before.
So the tales have reached even these shores. Can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tulihuela and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
When one door closes, another one opens. Talk to Greha. The game is afoot. Greha appears equal parts bewildered and excited. Chance not to only see Toral, but the fabled Golden City. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept invitation. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor. I'm not certain what might be suitable location for the hunt, but however, when I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, right? But according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition? The Isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Toral. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight. Before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable, my apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being a guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. So we have to take a ship. I barely set a foot on dry land. Oh well. Suppose it's for a good cause. Come on, let's go. Alright, so there's gonna be a battle. Okay, let's do this. Item level 6, 7. Yeah, I should be good.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yoctural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. So this is the isle where Aether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kono's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Let's do this.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Duty commenced.
The researchers should be just ahead. There! The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right! Let's hunt our fill!
Look! Someone's in trouble!
So petition would hurt you all your videos. Save our star. Which that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm, whilst docile animals grown strangely aggressive. If you'll give me a moment, I can finish checking your equipment. Okay.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer a petition. We're most fortunate to have one of you considerable skill here. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island, and we believe its presence has affected the fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered. We dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats and search for traces. If you could find anything, we would be most grateful.
I'll handle this. That all. Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail. These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Oh, there's something here.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat? Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh, they're attacking us from behind.
Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
It's a giant colibri.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
Right. Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Boss battle. Let's do this. That's a funny boss. It's like a parrot, right? It repeats whatever you say.
Talk all you like, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out! I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
That was too close.
Steady now. Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
You paid for that. Think you're just getting started. starting to tickle. Try this. Nothing to it. We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
Duty complete.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks? Dirty tricks?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me!
Cryo!
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating...
With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. Let's just leave the matter of the colibri. There's really only one place we can take it to here, in La Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up. Well, there's a finest face I've ever seen one. What can I get you? Oh, bird meat. From the hunt, you say. Leave it to me. I have just a recipe. It's a new dish, recently learned from some sailors. And for you, it's on the house. Have as much as you like.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh my god, that reaction.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
Of course.
You don't need to decide right this moment.
I mean, there's still like, how long until Dawn Trail? Because Dawn Trail is summer 2024, right?
But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Talk to Erinville. Whether Book Lamont has the makings of ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation. Whether you choose to help or not is up to you to decide. None, it's past time reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Let's take... let's just take the silver piece. Oh, there's a gift. The coming dawn. Okay. Well, there's say we have now a fair grasp of what looks like this situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Nuanon is bound to have some information on the continent. And it certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Quite right. Not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you choose to go, you would be better prepared. Come, let us go to the archives. Okay, we have to go to the library, right? Yeah, okay. Origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe hold nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate spiritual connection, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, and was permitted to live among them. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the ceruleum deposit. Shows its colors, you will have doubtless gleaned its phrasing of it holds to Tuolaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Blue Mage. Okay. So it's the origin of the Blue Mage. That's interesting. It is impossible to adequately discuss Yorzan's cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of your modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre, pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even to ubiquitous Papoto, these crops, and more that directly grace Yorzan. New World is the place known to most. Tailless culinary migration begins in 1498. Therefore, unknown continent. She spent several moons exploring the inland, in the course of which she encountered denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. Granted an audience of their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kitchen recipes, okay. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet, while some creatures have become familiar in sight to Euroza, many and more exist that are rarely seen in this side of the deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species described in testimonies. Starls, mountain changes, four-legged beast king. Okay. Strong legs. As folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts. Okay. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the great continents. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler, but harsher in moving in fact, okay. Pursues a wide selection of books. Should you wish to read these books again, the reference page. I'm ready to go to Tural, I think. So when are we going to Tural? Scout the library. Excellent. While there are a few books all indicate the subject of Tural, I dare say you found no tidbits useful. Oh come, let's continue with this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. I am quite keen to hear your honest impression. I couldn't help but notice that we read the same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural. Among them, did anyone particularly pique your interest? The legendary City of Gold. I suspected my mention of the City of Gold would catch your eye. It's truly a mystery among mysteries. Here is a city whose location is unknown, that no one has ever seen, yet whispers of its existence continue to persist. Countless souls have set off in search for it, never to return. I can imagine it being a suitable challenge. Moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about Valgarmonda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beasts? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. Presuming it even exists. Maybe. We'll figure out. I thought I heard familiar voices. Fancy running into you two here. Oh, have some research of your own, do you? We hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Radzatan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of how neighbors of different races and ideologies engage with one another. What the parade of you? What endeavor brings you here? A nation composed of disparate people. After all. I dare say it is for us kind example we seek, but do well to read up on Tulia Royale ourselves. Contest is Patios. Contest. Is Patios the only one allowed to help Will Clement? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Clement gave us the impression she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me off now. We have planning to do. It seems our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
Never say no to a new adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Are you joining us, Tancred? Hey, Tancred. I saw Tancred. Welcome back. If you're looking for Wuklamut, she is currently with the others. If you like, I can go and fetch them. Yeah, sure, let's go. Understood. Oh, do I have to walk in, right? Okay.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I've never been one to turn down an adventure.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you? Alphano, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamut. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
First impressions last.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize."
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliyollal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora. There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Also, I just noticed there's a southern continent here that is covered in clouds, right? And then over here there's a bunch of dragons. Okay, so there's something over here that we don't know about. And there's something over here that we don't know about either. Same thing with down here. So there's something, so the south side here, there's a couple places that are obscured. And this side here even has a name. This part here even has a name, as you can see. And it's covered in clouds. But this is the new this is where we're going to Dawn Trail, right? Oh, those are the credits for Endwalker. Endwalker was amazing. Endwalker was amazing, for sure. Oh, this character art that was awesome. Like Rahatia, Ishtola. I can't wait for Dawn Trail. Dawn Trail's gonna be awesome once it comes out. Oh yeah, this is when he found the letter, when he bought the map. This is when he bought the map and then he went on the adventure. This is when we found the vault. Yeah, this is when we found the vault. Oh, that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is the water incantation, right? Yeah. Oh, and that's the portal to the void. Zero was awesome. Zero was probably my favorite part of the patches. Julius and Zero. That was pretty cool. That was a very good cutscene. Oh yeah, Zero's with Golbez now. That's pretty cool. Asdea and Vitra. Well, that was long. I didn't expect that to be that long. Ah, lest you wonder about your passage to Tyrol, you're unavailable to arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparation. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A knapsack may serve you well. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know. Till then, take care. Questions about how you can carry something used to acquire a knapsack. Okay. Interesting. Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminsa.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
Meanwhile, in Charlian.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Tyrol.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Yeah.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
I don't think so, no.
the fabled golden cities of the New World.
Wave anchor now. The tide is high and dawn of the new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond and tread. Okay. To be continued. Interesting. So long as they do not interfere with the student policy, tend to pursue all possible avenues. Well then, we'll see where this goes in Dawn Trail expansion. The next expansion is going to be pretty fun. See you next time.